Welcome to Speak for Yourself, presented by Hyundai. I'm Emmanuel Acho, and I got this huge smile on my face because we got a huge show coming up for the next 2 hours. So let's get right to it. I'm joined always by Marcellus. Marcellus, can somebody help me find Marcellus Sleep? Bro, you okay? What's going on with you?
Emmanuel?
Yes? I see you dressed in all black. You got your funeral attire on.
Let me gather myself,
Please,
brother.
he's still grieving, America. He's still grieving the loss of his Clippers.
Is this life? Is this what we're going to do right now?
This is your life, sir. This is your life. You asked for this, Marcellus. You asked for this. I just need to know what's your reaction?
What's my reaction?
What's your reaction?
You're going to sit here right now at this funeral and question how we got in that casket instead of the real celebration of love and life and the road that we traveled as Clip City, Chip City. Damn you. Dance on the grave of my team this soon. But you know what, big dog? I can't lie to you. It hurts. It hurts, America!
Why it hurts?
It hurts because this ain't the first time I done felt this pain.
Get it out. He got a tear in his eye.
I done been in this tabernacle before, looking at this same casket with a different set of bodies in it, but the same result, same outcome. How do I feel right now losing another series up 3-1?
Another one.
Another one. How do I feel? I feel like Clip City, Chip City 2021, baby. You know me. I ain't gonna never stop riding for my squad. Ain't nothing changed,
Get him
baby.
out of here, man.
This roll. Let's do a show now. Let's do a show.
Can we do a show, Marcellus? I want to start this show like this, Marcellus.
I'm ready.
Because here's my problem.
Okay, here you go.
I'm not going to so quickly let you, sir, forget about the sins of your past.
Can you take the smile off your face while you go through this process?
Because, Marcellus, I believe it was September 10th, sir, that you told me, roll the tape if we can.
We are at that whiteboard again, trying to draw up how to attack the Clippers. And you have nothing to write on that board. This team, when they come in locked, loaded, and motivated, those are your champions.
Your champions!
What happened?
Those are your champions.
Why you cut the clip before I say 2021?
In locked, loaded, and motivated, those are your champions. You said that whiteboard. They taking that whiteboard with them to Cabo. But Marcellus, there was one more pivotal error because that was last week. That was about 8 days ago. But then yesterday, even yesterday, I got something confused. Roll the tape, please.
Here it is.
Come on, Marcellus.
Hey, look. This
Stop
is
this.
why I
I'm gonna be
don't go
honest.
to the barbershop. Because y'all start doing this stuff, and I gotta go.
You don't go because you don't have hair.
Yeah, you ain't got no hair to get barbershop. You line yourself up every morning.
America. See, Marcellus, I was confused. I thought you didn't go to the barbershop because you don't have hair. When in fact, you don't go to the barbershop because even you don't trust Clippers. Even you don't trust Clippers. Marcellus, you got to explain something to me. Pardon me.
Why are you crying out of joy?
See, I'm crying tears of joy. You crying tears of pain. What happened? Let me tell you what happened.
Please,
let me tell you what happened.
Let me hear somebody.
What happened was Kawhi. What happened to Kawhi? The top 5 player of all time. What happened to Kawhi? Kawhi, Jordan, Kawhi Jeffrey, Jordan Leonard. What happened to him?
He had the worst shooting half of his career. That's what happened to him. The worst shooting half for a guy who wasn't even a two-way player. He came out defensive-minded. That is an insult when Kawhi Leonard becomes who he is, the great, and has his worst performance ever in the second half. And we were riding Kawhi all the way to our championship. That's what happened to Kawhi. What happened to the Clippers? Oh, brother, were you not listening?
I'll listen to everything.
Okay, you know that being a fan, the root of fanatic is what we are. And I'm a fanatic for the Clippers. But I did get a message, loud and clear.
What message?
From Montrezl Harrell on January 4th. Montrezl Harrell kind of broke it down for us, guy. Let's listen to Montrezl Harrell break this down in this full screen right here. If you're just thinking you're just going to walk on the floor and beat another professional NBA team, you're kidding yourself. So it's just not going to happen. Either we wake up and figure it out right now, or we just going to have a full up and down season for the whole year. Big dog, Montrez was trying to tell us this was a conflict, a battle of the old and the new. Montrez said we're not a great team. That's one thing that I think y'all need to get out of y'all minds. We're not a great team. We just came together this year. Ooh, look at this boy break this down. I ain't even going to read the rest. We had 2 players that we added to a team that already thought that they had something going, overachieving from last year, and then we added 2 cherries on top we thought would fit conveniently. And it didn't work. But I'm not going to hear people like you enjoy this moment like this isn't a process. This is a process. And you don't think this is a process?
Well, it's not a process because, if anything, it's a 2-year process. But bump all that. Let's get right to it, Marcellus. Let's get right to the pivotal part of this conversation. Who do you blame for the Clippers' loss?
Okay, look, it's a lot of people in this line right now. I got to kick some people out. Paul George is like, yo, you can blame me. I'm like, nah, Paul, it ain't about you right now. And then we're left with 2 people, and you know who they are. Kawhi Leonard or Doc Rivers.
Great Doc Rivers.
Here's the problem. Doc Rivers has laughed at his reputation in the league as being the coach who is known as load management. It goes all the way back to 2008 when he won a championship with the Boston Celtics, and he's known not to have the most intense, difficult practices. He's known to not even have as many practices as the average coach. So he's Mr. Load Management as a coach, and he meets Mr. Load Management as a player. In terms of Kawhi Leonard coming in and Kawhi Leonard really changing the culture on the fly. But I got to pick between those 2 guys right now. And I'm going to have to say Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is an interesting case study, brother, because what got him out of San Antonio is kind of the same things that won a championship in Toronto and has now left the Clippers feeling like we've underachieved once again. You got this confluence of a guy who is tremendous at the game of basketball, but in terms of his leadership, it doesn't always match up to being that great of a person, player, alpha leader. So now you got this culture where everybody, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Pat Beverly, they think, oh, we got this last year. Man, if we didn't have to play Golden State in the first round, well, you know, we got 2 games from them. If we didn't have to play them, we would go get it. And then here comes Kawhi, better than all y'all, but quiet. So then who's the leader? Who's the alpha? Who's the one that's going to grab you when it's going rough, when it's going tough? I got to put it on Kawhi because his system of load management is risky. It's worked, and it hasn't worked. And right now, it's still underachieving.
I'm going to get to Kawhi in the next block.
Okay.
But see, these lashes got to come for jolly Doc Rivers in this block. And they got to come for Doc Rivers, Marcellus, because you just said who is the leader of this team. And the leader of this team isn't Kawhi. The leader of the team is Doc Rivers. Here's when I knew Doc Rivers had a problem. Before the closeout game, Game 7, Doc Rivers said, you know, I don't need a big rah-rah speech. They just need, you don't even need a Clippers mask. Can we just use the yellow towel? Because the Clippers mask need to get thrown in the trash like the rest of them Clippers. Okay, when Doc Rivers said this, Marcellus, Doc Rivers said, they don't need a rah-rah speech. Just go play ball.
Oh, there's a quote,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Yeah. Well, if it is broke, Doc, fix it. You in the bubble. Your team needs a rah-rah speech. There are no fans. There is no, there's no screaming. There's no yelling. The whole team is dependent on you to get them going. Doc Rivers, your team is one of a few teams that wanted to opt out the bubble. You should have known right then and there. You know what? My guys don't even want to be.
The Lakers wanted to opt out
Exactly.
first.
But who galvanized the Lakers? LeBron James. Who was supposed to galvanize the Clippers? Doc Rivers. Not Kawhi, not PG, not Pat Bev, not Morris, not Zubats, none of them. Doc Rivers. And Doc didn't do it. Think about this, Marcellus. Ty Lue, 2016. What happened when the Cavs went down 3-1 to them Warriors? What? He took a wad of cash. He put it in the ceiling. He said, we coming back here for a Game 7.
Man.
He took that tactic from Doc Rivers. Ty Lue said he got that trick from Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, where them tricks at when your team needed you the most?
Do you have Rudy in a VHS spindle case at home?
But the Clippers should.
It sounds like you just need that kind of motivation. I'm not the type of player to ever blame coach.
But your team is.
How's my team blaming coach? How's my team looking at coach? There's only 6 coaches, first of all, on the sidelines that are championship coaches. Doc Rivers is one of them. So don't act like Doc Rivers doesn't know how to cook it up. There are 24 other coaches out there never cooked up this meal.
I don't want to have to do this because I love Doc Rivers as a man, and that's probably why he's kept this job a little too long.
Oh, really? Not the championship?
That's probably. Oh, well, let's talk about that championship team. That same championship team that probably should have got 2 or 3. You're talking about that Celtics team, right? You're talking about that 08 Celtics team, right? Why'd they get broke up? You're talking about that 08 Celtics team, right? He's sweating. He's sweating. That 08 Celtics team that had KG, that had Pierce, that had Rondo. Doc Rivers, if we're being honest, he's underachieved. Let me give y'all stats, America, because it's facts over feelings, even though my brother's in his feelings today, which he should be. 2003, Doc Rivers blows a 3-1 lead. 09 blows a 3-2 lead. 10 blows a 3-2 lead. 12 blows a 3-2 lead. 15 blows a 3-1 lead. 16 blows a 2-0 lead. 2020, just yesterday, blows a 3-1 lead. Doc Rivers, Marcellus, he's lost the NBA record 8 Game 7s. He's lost 3 career playoff series, went up 3-1. No other coach has lost more than 1. So Doc Rivers is an amazing, amazing, amazing human being. But the best speech he gave was post-game about our society and the climate of this current culture. That's the best speech Doc Rivers gave in the whole bubble. It didn't even happen on the court. It wasn't even about basketball.
Hey, big dog, leave the facts over feelings to me. You know why? Because you spit out a lot of facts, but you always forget for Doc Rivers to be in that many opportunities, and you're calling them all failures. But he put his team in that position countless times. That doesn't mean you're a bad coach, and that doesn't mean you're responsible for the failures of your players. Did Doc Rivers tell Kawhi Leonard to only make 1 field goal in the second half? Could Doc Rivers motivate Kawhi Leonard to do that?
Can I see your pocket square? Because I don't even want to see nothing blue and red on you the rest of the show. Okay? The Clippers ain't get out the semis.
Again.
Marcellus, you told me this was a championship team.
Oh, wow.
A championship team can't get past the semis?
Really? I heard you slip up.
Well, I didn't.
Freudian slip. LeBron James came west. A lot of people want to act like it was this year, and it wasn't. LeBron James came west last year.
Absolutely.
How'd that turn out?
He got hurt. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Because here's my thing. Where are the excuses for you? You don't even have an excuse.
Because I don't make excuses.
Because you don't have any.
No, I got
everybody's healthy.
I got them, but I'm a grown man.
Okay.
And when I stand up here at this tabernacle, brother, I'm going to speak the gospel, and it's going to be true.
Please.
It was a process for LeBron James when he came to L.A., and I knew he was going to jump in that rabbit hole tomorrow, but he got hurt. What happened when he went to Miami and joined forces, and it was a stronger force with him and Dwayne Wade than it is with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? How did that first year turn out?
You're talking about, when they got to the finals? When they got to the finals? That's my problem.
You're making my point.
No. At least they win it all. At least they got there.
Hold on. So you feeling good with Silver? You the kind is like, hey, moral victory. It's a process,
No. Let me, Marcellus.
Our championship is next year, just like LeBron's was in Miami, and like it may be this time.
I'm going to get to this equation further later, but you, sir, are Mr. Columbia. So more than anybody on this set or in this country, you can understand that equation. And I'm going to speak it now. I'm beating myself because I wanted to save it, but I ain't got no more time. Expectations minus reality equals disappointment. Expectations minus reality equals disappointment. The expectations for your Clippers was a chip. The reality, they didn't get past the semis. So my level of disappointment for this Clippers team is incredibly high. Because if you want to talk about anybody else in the NBA, even LeBron, his expectation is a chip. But his reality was at least the NBA Finals. So the disappointment is lessened. So you, sir, you set the bar all so high.
What? He is 3-6 in the finals. And
in the finals. When's the last time the Clippers were in the finals?
We ain't never been to the conference finals.
No, don't even say it with your chest. Say it with the embarrassment that you got. Say it with...
The point is, if you don't win, you're the first loser. And you over here trying to make an argument that it's okay to just come up short. We want it all, or we going to be in the process of getting it all.
At least, Marcellus, y'all aren't first in anything. That's the problem. You can't even be the first loser. The Clippers weren't even quality enough losers to be the best loser. Y'all were just an embarrassment. Not even an embarrassment of riches. Just an embarrassment of poverty. Just an embarrassment of embarrassments. That's my problem.
Can you stop dancing on the grave, coming to this funeral right now, and enjoying yourself? Can you at least pay a little respect for those who are grieving in this moment? Show me that respect.
I can't, Marcellus,
I'm over here sweating and crying. Come on, brother.
I had to bring out in all the Twitter trolls for you, sir, because you did this to yourself.